Lomachenko will be taking on Kamboso next. He said he's not sure if it's going to happen in Australia or not. It's too early. And I find it funny when Shakur Stevenson ended up announcing that he had a fight going on that, then they basically slip out that he fight Lomachenko fighting George Kamboso. So let's talk about it, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button. Here's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop the video. And I mean, at the end of the day, we knew this was next. We knew this was what Lomachenko wanted to do. They probably gonna try to get one of them belts free and put up for this fight. So we know that's probably gonna be in the works. Them strip Devin Haney of one of them belts, and maybe that's what they was waiting on, to put a title on the line for the fight. I mean, I think people are gonna be interested to see how Lomachenko look after the fight. I think people are gonna be interested to see Kamboso after how he looked versus Devin Haney and Maxie Hughes. But the story is, like, Lomachenko could have went in and fought Shakur Stevenson, and Shakur Stevenson applied a whole bunch of pressure on Devin Haney to fight. Well, Devin Haney at least made him an offer, and I heard that that 25% was $4 million. And he said no. And I just think on the pedigree of Shakur Stevenson, he like I'm a silver medalist. You know what I'm saying? I've won titles in multiple weight class. 25%, like, hell no, that's beneath me. I think if they just would have put it to you for $1 million, you're like, oh yeah, but you talking about 25% of the pot. I think that a quarter just didn't sit well in his mind. But when you think about how Top Rank did Devin Haney, I mean, why would he throw you a bone to begin with? He lucky he threw you $4 million. I'd have threw you $4. I'm joking. But yeah, I definitely kind of understand, like, why he didn't take the offer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you say 25%, I'm Shakur Stevenson. I'm one of the best fighters, if not the best fighter in the world. Some people may think he got yet to prove that, but I think he will. But he didn't keep the same energy for Lomachenko. That's just straight up and down. And maybe because there's a language barrier there between him and Lomachenko. Maybe he got more respect than Lomachenko. Maybe he felt like, him and Devin Haney was cool, and he want to build the fight up for the black community to be able to come and watch it and see what's going on and type of that stuff, whatever. Or that's just how we are in the black culture. But I felt like he should have applied a lot more pressure on Lomachenko. He was a lot nicer with Lomachenko. He called Frank Ragnar with B. He went hard on Devin Haney and his dad and all that stuff. And then, he said somebody talked about his moms and all that stuff, man. Somebody talked about his moms and that, so then again, you already know how ninjas get about their mom. So I definitely understand that. But Lomachenko ducked you no matter how you slice the cake. Devin made an offer. Lomachenko didn't even try to make an offer. And people say, well, he coming off a loss. He deserved a fight like Kambosos. And okay. Could have fought for a WBC championship. He was willing to jump right back in there with Devin Haney, but not Shakur Stevenson. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. That's all I'm saying. Make that make sense. And a lot of y'all can't make that make sense. There's just certain guys y'all want to give a pass to and certain guys you don't. A lot of the rules don't apply. The rules only apply to people, okay? The rules only apply to people who y'all don't like. When it's somebody y'all like and y'all put on a pedestal, y'all can pander and make a lot of money to, y'all skip over that like y'all ain't see it. You know what I'm saying? You see it all the time in boxing. If they can't avoid a talking point or a pander, like when Fred got smacked, the whole local dummy box community, they was quiet and had nothing to say about it. They ain't had nothing to say about it. So, like I said before, you got to talk about the good and the bad. And at the end of the day, Lomachenko get a pass from people, and it's because of the war in Ukraine or because he verbally can't defend himself. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But, to each his own. To each his own. I just feel, I just literally feel that, that people should apply and keep the same energy. We could have had a much better fight in November with him and Shakur Stevenson. Had Devin Haney said, well, let's do the rematch again, in November, guess what, or December, Lomachenko would have been there. He don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson. And then he already sparred him. I heard that he was exchanging prior partners. Then he got to Stevenson, and they end up going 10 or 12 rounds. So he already know what it is. Stevenson got an uphill battle. When you good at hitting and not getting hit, and you good at boxing, bro, it's an uphill battle. If he can be explosive and get knockouts, then he really gonna start applying pressure. That's the next evolution for him, to start knocking these guys out. And if he could start knocking these dudes out, it's then it's no denying him. Tank can't deny it. Devin can't deny it. He coming. But Lomachenko, Kambosos, I mean, it is what it is. They're probably gonna be for a belt. Probably gonna be in Australia. Probably a lot of money involved into it. A lot of people gonna say, we'll see what Loma got left. Some people gonna think it's a tune-up after Kambosos, fight with Maxie Hughes. But, if Lomachenko do get a belt out the deal, Shakur get a belt out the deal, then what's stopping them from unifying at that point? I don't want to hear nothing about Navarrete, none of that. I don't want to hear nothing, we should go for undisputed, you get 2 belts. No, they need to go ahead and they need to go ahead and bump. They need to go ahead and bump. Straight up and down. They need to go ahead and fight. They need to go ahead and fight. So, but nonetheless, I'm interested in this fight. Probably gonna be sometime next year. He said it's too early to set in stone, but they knew was gonna fight each other, and they probably trying to see where they can get the most money. If they can get some money out the Australian government or whatever the situation may be. So, I still expect Lomachenko to dispatch Kambosos, but I heard Kambosos' team feel like they can get him. They feel like they literally can get him. They literally can put hands on him. They like the matchups. They feel like he getting old. I mean, another year go by, another stress of the war going by. Stress on the brain is crazy. So they feel like they probably can catch him slipping. And, if that's the case, that's the case. If that's the case, that's the case, man. I just think that, I think that Shakur should have fought. Lomachenko should have fought Shakur Stevenson, but I feel him. You coming off a loss, but you said you feel like you won, so it really ain't really a loss in your mind. She go ahead and fight him, but maybe they want to make it a unification bout. If they both win the next bouts and they get belts, Shakur gonna get the WBC belt if he beats Edwin De Los Santos. I think Loma, they have a belt on the line. That's pretty much what they positioning for, money in the belt. So I feel like after that, then it ain't no excuses. But I was listening to Regis on the Last Stand podcast. He said, Loma's Canelo bigger than Tank because he got a country behind him. He don't understand why it's so hard for black fighters to get a country behind them, because we not accepted by this country. You'll see they get behind Lomachenko and they get behind guys like Ricky Hatton and Lomachenko before they get behind black fighters. Y'all need to start paying attention to that. Y'all need to start paying attention to that. That's real tough. You go out there and you fight for the United States, but the fans ain't fighting for you when it comes to your career. So, but he got to do what he got to do. Be just as aggressive as you is with Devin Haney as Lomachenko. It ain't your fault that he don't speak English. Don't go around here calling all the black fighters bees and hoes and all that type of stuff, but then you holding back on Lomachenko out of respect for what? Ukrainian people don't care about your black ass. We fighting our own war in America. They don't care about none of that. Let's keep it a being. You see it all the time. You see somebody white walking the hood, and everybody, don't nobody say nothing. Everybody smile and shake their head, but a random black person walk. What hood you from? Walking the hood. What set you claim? Where you come from? No cap. So, I mean, like I said before, people ain't gonna make videos about how he just ducked Lomachenko, how Lomachenko just ducked Shakur Stevenson. But then again, people were saying that Shakur should have took the 25% and took the belts. Shakur just gonna be on the wrong side of the argument till he prove how good he really is. And if you gonna play the villain, you gonna play the bully, hey, go be the bully. I say wear that black hat proudly. Because the villain, a lot of times the villain is the way the villain is depends on the way you see it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. A lot of times it ain't black as white as they make it seem a superhero and comic books and all that. It ain't. If somebody, murked your whole family, beat you down, berated you your whole career, and now you coming back for revenge, are you really the villain? Because going back to old times, it was an eye for eye, tooth for a tooth before you had the Bible that came around. Who really the villain? You had a whole city that spat on you, who kicked you while you was down, and now you want revenge. Are you really the villain? Person that murked your parents, you know what I'm saying? You going to get revenge. Are you really the killer? Are you really the villain? Gotta ask yourself that, bro. They condition us to. They condition that religious belief, into us so we can stay in line. Just having the police and laws and the judicial system ain't enough. They got to put as much protection between the wealthy, the politicians, and the regular people, working people. Because without all those conditions, the religion, the laws, the politics, you take one of those away, they don't feel like it's enough protection. But you know what? That's another conversation for another day. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Check out my new channel, Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89. Also on Detroit channel, Mercy Sports Talk. Peace. All that's in the link tree in the description.